This is Gabriel Gonzalez for Cageside Press here with Steven Espinoza of Showtime ahead of Davis versus Garcia. You know, I think everyone wants to know, you're trying to get these big fights together. Not all the networks do it. Not everyone involved can do it. How did you guys do it? What can you tell me about, at the table, on the phone, how it got done?
Look, I think it's two things. Number one, it's persistence, is not leaving the table until it's done. And then really it's about having to make those and being willing to make those painful concessions. Like in a deal like this, no one's going to get everything they want. Tank didn't, Ryan didn't, we didn't, DAZN didn't. And it's just a matter of keeping the big picture in mind. Realizing what's the best thing for the sport, what's the best thing for the fighters, what's the best thing for our viewers, and knowing that that we are going to have to make some short-term sacrifices in order to get the big fights done. And we're willing to do that.
If I could, take a slight detour from this fight, being involved with Showtime, Bellator is also on the network in mixed martial arts, and often Scott Coker speaks about, hey, if someone wants to come over, box for Showtime, then fight MMA. Is this something that works in your business plan when you talk about guys wanting to do both sports?
Absolutely. I mean, we're open-minded, in terms of, the interest. If the audience is interested and it's a credible sporting event, we would definitely consider it. Whether it's Jake Paul or Francis Ngannou or some of the other guys, there's probably, a half dozen, maybe a dozen Bellator fighters who have said to me at some point, I'd like to try boxing. Because, at a certain point, it's sort of a natural next step. Now, it's harder for boxers to go into MMA. But MMA, they're already training in striking and boxing, so it's a smaller step. So I think absolutely it makes a lot of sense to do that.
I'll leave you just with this one. I know there's a lot of stuff there, private, but what can you tell us about talks with Francis Ngannou and that possibility of seeing him on Showtime?
Well, we've spoken to him. I know Bellator has spoken to him. Look, everybody's spoken to him. He's you don't see a guy come along that often, and even rare is it to see him come out and be a complete free agent. So I think, he's evaluating all his options. He's doing the smart thing. He's talked to everybody, and he's weighing his options. But look, personally, I'm biased, but I think we've got the really intriguing opportunity to be able to seamlessly go back and forth. Scott Coker and I work well together, and we talked about Francis, being able to participate on both of our platforms. We've talked about other fighters as well.